So today I've travelled 5 hours away from Playa del Carmen to eat some proper Yucatecan food. As part of my mission to learn more about Mexico's food and culture, I travelled to Halacho, a small pueblo about an hour's drive from Merida in the heart of the Yucatan, to meet a well-known local chef that specialises in Yucatecan food.
Soy Wilson Alonzo, chef de Yaaxche aquí en Halacho. Bueno, actualmente estamos desarrollando el proyecto que se llama Yaaxche, donde estamos haciendo cocina de origen, cocina yucateca, y aquí pues intentamos respetar el ingrediente y la técnica de lo que hacemos para ofrecerlo en la mesa. Y se hace guiso del día y también se hacen preparaciones como muy puntuales, ¿no? La codorniz asada es del momento, el chuc es del momento y todo asado al carbón.
So he's going to show me a dish called pack, and this is something really typical from this region. We started by charring off some juicy ripe tomatoes until blackened, and then they got lightly crushed.
Cilantro.
Cilantro, so
Es cilantro local.
then we added pumpkin seeds that had been slowly toasted on a comal until fragrant and ground into a fine powder. So this is getting mixed in. Then it gets lightly seasoned with salt, and we add some naranja agria, which are local sour oranges. We removed the skin on the outside as it's very bitter, and they showed me how the locals juice the oranges by sticking the finger in and squeezing it out. Then we added some more of the ground pumpkin seeds until we had our desired consistency. The pressure. See? After getting Chef Wilson's seal of approval, we served it in a bowl, topped it with some crispy corn tortillas and some fried pumpkin seeds. This is so good.
Es col de masa.
Es el mejor pack del Guerrero, no? Sí. This is exactly why I've started my journey traveling around Mexico, to see stuff like this. Like, this is as authentic as you can get. Next up on the menu was quail, which had been marinated in naranja agria and cracked black pepper. It then got threaded on some wooden skewers and cooked slowly over charcoal. Been crying. It's all that smoke. I'm not used to it, but... And although I did burn my fingers on quite a few occasions, it was well worth it. I just love this type of cooking. Outside, nice and quiet, no fancy equipment, all the smell of the smoke, it's just perfect.
Es una base de un fondo de pollo y luego se le pone masa diluida en agua para el servicio. Aceitunas, alcaparras, tomate.
And after around 15 minutes of cooking, the quails were ready as well. And the base of this dish was delicious. The only way I can really describe it is like a really flavourful chicken broth, but with a custard-like texture. Let's get some pickled onions on there.
Orégano.
So soft, smoky as well. Chewing it like a caveman. Next on the menu was another classic dish here in the Yucatan, and that's chuc. Thinly sliced pork marinated in naranja agria and grilled. And after I'd been boasting about my tortilla making skills, I was put to the test. This time without a machine, and I had to do them by hand. And for my first hand pressed corn tortilla, I think I did a good job. But not everyone else thought the same. Vamos a ver. Ooh, they're completely used to this. I'm not. Look at my eyes.
Vámonos.
The chuc is served with a simple garnish of grilled red onions and a salsa de chile tomate, which is a thick, chunky salsa made using local tomatoes and habaneros which have been blackened over a wood fire. And you've probably not seen one of these before. These are actually avocados, although they look like melons. The best way to eat chuc has to be in a nice hand-pressed corn tortilla, some of the red onions, the chile tomate salsa, some of the avocado, a little squeeze of naranja agria and some habanero salsa. I'm excited by this. Let's have a go. That's really good. It's much thicker, this tortilla, but so good. And then we tried pipián de conejo, which was rabbit that had been grilled and then stewed in a rich, tangy sauce.
Ya está lista tu cochinita.
Literally just sucking the sauce off the bone here, which sounds wrong, but... And you've always got to leave some space for one of the most iconic dishes here in the Yucatan, and that's the cochinita pibil. And if you're interested in learning about the whole process and how cochinita pibil is made, consider subscribing to my channel, as I'll be sharing the video soon. No estoy diciendo porque estás aquí, pero eso está. That's like a full flavour cochinita pibil. Look. So now we're going to try it out with the habanero in there. I think habanero makes everything better. That is so tasty. Had to go and do it, didn't I? I'm so messy. Yeah. And no good food story is ever complete unless you eat something sweet. So what better way to finish than with some tres leches cake and a cup of coffee? Sweet, soft. I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. We're going to make another video tomorrow. Vamos a hacer cochinita, pibil y otras cosas. You should definitely take a class if you're visiting the Yucatan or Merida. This is 1 hour away. I'm going to leave his details under the video. If you want to see the videos we're going to do together tomorrow, then hit the subscribe button and keep an eye out on my channel.